In this video we're going to take a look at the while loop in a little bit more detail. At the moment we have had loops that just look like this, while true and then do something inside here. And that's probably never going to be used in a program. Very rarely will you ever use while true, which just means forever. But the while loop needs a condition in that place, and that condition needs to be either true or false. So let's take a look at something simple. Now, the condition needs to be set before we enter or don't enter the loop. So imagine I'm playing a game and I want to know if the game is, even better, if the game is running. I'm going to say running equals false, and then I can have my condition while running. I can say print playing the game. Now this is a particular form of loop that you're going to see what happens in a second. Print game over. This is a loop that is never ever entered into. I'm set running to false. It's saying while false. Now it only enters the loop if this condition is true. Now as this condition is false, it never ever enters this loop, so it never ever says playing the game and then just prints game over. So if I save this, and run the program, it should just print game over. There we go. It never ever entered the loop. So this condition needs to be true. If I change running to true and rerun the game, it is going to say print playing game, but it's going to print it forever. Remember, true is going to be equivalent to saying that do this forever while true. So we can either enter the loop or not enter the loop. But if we do enter the loop, we don't really want it to run forever. We change the condition inside the loop. That is a really, really important concept to grasp. It doesn't happen in a for loop, but it does happen in a while loop. We change the condition, and the way I can change the condition is just ask the user, do you want to play again? So I'm going to ask them again equals raw underscore input play again. There's my prompt, and now I've got to do some testing of what they actually typed in, because I need to change this value at some point. So I can say if again equals yes, just a lowercase y, then I can say running equals true. Else, if they typed anything other than y, I can now say running equals false. So I'm changing this condition inside the loop. But I also have to set the condition before the loop. Now that is a signature of a while loop. We set a condition outside the loop before it begins, and if we go inside the loop, then we change the condition inside the loop at some point to end the loop. So if I now run this program, oops, I made a typing mistake, simple. There we go, run the program again. I'm playing the game, so running was set to true, while true, come inside the loop. Print out playing the game, now wait for the user to type yes or no. I've done no validation on the input, so they could just type anything really, but to keep the game going I've got to type Y. So I've typed Y, it's set running to true again, it's gone back up to here while running, which is true, goes into the loop, prints out playing the game, and now it's waiting for me to do it again. So if I type yes, it's still playing the game, and if I type anything other than Y, but I'm going to type N for no, it's now going to set the variable running to false, which when we go back up to the loop, it's going to find while false. In other words, it's not going to run the loop, and it's going to come straight down to game over. And there we go. So the important part of a while loop with a condition is 1. You set the condition before the loop, you test the condition, at some point in the loop you change the condition to either continue the loop or exit the loop. Notice that if I set running to false, it never ever enters the loop. Game over. So it's really important to know how to structure a while loop. This does not apply to a for loop, which is just for counting things.